Everyone, welcome back to the Fellow Giant Sam Media video about how I quit smoking cigarettes. So this happened a while back when I was younger, and I must say that one day I walked about 3 or 4 miles just to buy a pack of cigarettes and walk back, and that's when I realized that these things are controlling my life. That was the main thing that I really had to think about whenever I started realizing how much control it has over me. So cigarettes are extremely controlling, and I mean extremely controlling. Me and a friend of mine had a discussion about that the other day about how cigarettes are in your head. And what I mean about that is like when you first start smoking them, it's like, man, I had a bad day, so I'm gonna smoke a cigarette, and you feel good. But then it gets to the point where you feel that way all the time. There is no, oh, I'm gonna smoke a cigarette and feel good. It's, I need a cigarette. I want to feel good all the time. And it controls everything you do. You'll plan your day around smoking cigarettes. And it's something that is extremely difficult to break. And I must say this, when I stopped smoking, eventually I moved to hookahs. So I moved to hookahs and I no longer smoke cigarettes. Okay, until this day, if I smell a Camel Crush or I smell a Lucky Strike, it does something to me where I really want one. Like, it still does, where if I smell it, it drives me crazy. Like, I want one so bad. Like, so anyone that tells you that they don't have cravings or that it's not a real thing, it is. It is so real. You can smell it and it just hits your head like boom, and you're like, damn it. And I haven't smoked one in a long time, and I don't know how many years it's been now, maybe 8 or 10 years. I can't remember on the top of my head, but it's been a while. But still, even 8 or 10 years ago, I can still smell it to this day. When I smell it, it's just like, oh my God, it just smells amazing. And I know that's what it is. It's the chemicals they put inside of it that just, it's attractive to your brain. And it's really hard to break it. It really is really, really difficult to break smoking cigarettes. And I moved, like I said before, I moved to hookahs, right? But hookahs, it was more like a social thing. It's not something that I just like doing. Like, it's not something that I can live with, right? I just didn't like it. I don't like sitting down for long periods of time with nothing to do. And it's more of a sociable thing that I've seen. Some people don't like it, but that's my opinion. So I stopped smoking altogether for about 6 years, okay? And what I started doing is I started chewing Polar Ice. So the extra Polar Ice, that the gum, the Polar Ice, or like spearmint, anything with a minty flavor that's gum, I started to chew it. And that helped a lot because I love menthol cigarettes. I love them to death, literally. I tried to replace one action with another, and I used to always tell myself, maybe the gum is not the best thing for me, but I know it's way better than cigarettes. I know it's way better than cigarettes. So what I started doing is anytime I felt the urge for a cigarette, I would chew gum. And I've had other friends do this with like peanuts or something. They just keep their mind occupied with something else when they normally would feel that craving. And you will feel sick when you first start not smoking cigarettes. You will feel weird. You'll feel, I don't know how to explain it, it just feels strange. And you'll feel like physically sick. And eventually it'll go away. And then it'll be like 2 weeks, then 3 weeks, and then you'll be like, wow, like, you'll feel a lot better. But that first like month, 2 months is brutal. I stopped cold turkey. I didn't go from like 2 packs to 1 pack to, I stopped. And there was no like duration of time. I just stopped. So that was really difficult. I wouldn't suggest that for a lot of people. It just worked for me because I just had enough. I was at the point where I was like, you know what, dude, this is literally controlling everything I do. And I can't have that. Whatever vice you have, if it controls you, you're doomed. If you can control the vice to a certain degree, like for example, if you know you like to drink, but you know in your heart, like, hey, I drink like maybe 1 or 2 beers and that's it, and you can control that, then it's okay. But if you can't control it and it starts controlling you, it's a big problem. And that was the thing, is like, dude, smoking is expensive. I don't know if you guys realize it or not, but it's expensive. It's not like a cheap person's thing to do. Smoking cigarettes is very expensive. And honestly, it's something that will just drain your bank account. And that was what was really going on. It was controlling my life. And I didn't have a lot of money to do stuff with, like extra money that you normally would have. It was like, man, I could go do this, I could go do that, I could, you know, whatever it is that you like to do, you would have more money to do that. And for me, it was like a big red flag to me, like, dude, like, I can't do this anymore. Like, I just can't. It's literally sucking the life out of me. And this is something else that many people don't tell you is, when you stop smoking cigarettes, it is really hard for me to go inside of a gas station or a grocery store. Like, for example, I can't remember which one it is, either CVS or Walgreens. When you stand at the checkout line you can visibly see the cigarettes. You can see them. And it just like, it fires the thing in your head. It's like that little devil on your shoulder telling you, you know, and you have to just shut it down. Nope, we're not doing that today. This has been 8 or 10 years. I still do not like going into gas stations. I still don't like going into Walgreens or CVS because I'm standing there staring right at it. It's one of the worst things ever to me. It's like an anxiety moment where I'm standing there staring at it and I'm like, dude, I would love to. I would love to just buy a whole box of these and smoke them. I tell myself I can't because I know as soon as I start smoking them, it's going to control everything I do. So I just don't want that. So that's the reason why I stopped smoking. And whatever it is for you, if it's a family member, if it's within yourself you want to stop smoking, I would strongly suggest stop smoking cigarettes. Now I will say this, you'll see on my channel, I smoke pipes and I smoke cigars. But the thing is with those two things, I smoke them when I want to. It's not something I have to wake up, I gotta have it. It's not something like if I had a bad day, if I had a good day, if I feel anxiety, if for whatever reason I just feel like I need to smoke, like, no, it's not like that. It's like, okay, maybe today I'll just have one, you know, or maybe it has no control over my life. I could give it up today and it wouldn't bother me. But cigarettes, it's a whole different thing. So that's another thing I've seen too. I've had friends that have done this, which I'll talk about right now. They switch from cigarettes to vaping. And you can talk about the science or the study or whatever you want. But I have seen people smoke for 20 years or longer. And they stop smoking by using vape pens. And eventually they stop using the vape pens. So I don't know what people say about the vape pens. I'm not a scientist. I have no idea. But I have seen it physically work for people. They have tried vape pens and it has replaced the cigarettes. And then eventually they stop smoking less and less and less. And it's over. And I will say this, it will never go away. It'll never go away from you. You will have moments that are really challenging and they're really hard. And you really want to just go get a cigarette. And I can't tell you how many times I have felt in my body where I really want one right now, but I can't have it. It doesn't get easy. It's a constant fight in your head. It really is. It is in your mind. And I don't know how to explain it to someone that doesn't understand it. You know, they've never smoked cigarettes. They don't understand. Why would you smoke these things? You just don't understand it unless you've smoked them. Other than that, they're just so controlling of you. Think about like a controlling spouse or a controlling boyfriend or girlfriend, but it's like an abusive relationship because eventually it will kill you. Some people will say, well, you know, you smoke cigars and you smoke pipes. Yeah, I do it every now and then. But the thing is, people are freaking chugging sodas all the time, eating McDonald's, eating Burger King, you know, every day, eating tacos, eating, you know, all these kind of, you know, sweet tea every day, and they're sitting there bullying you about the decision you make of like smoking, right? And this is the thing that I did about my weight loss journey, which I'll link to at the end video of this one, is a weight loss journey that I decided to do. Is you have to realize it's a lifestyle change. It's not something you can just do right overnight. It's a total lifestyle change from what you're used to doing. So you're going to have to accept that. It's different things you're going to have to do. And I've given you some ways that I dealt with it. Like I said, this is not medical advice. This is how I did it. This is how I chose to stop smoking cigarettes. And I told my wife, if I ever get terminal cancer, I don't care about it anymore. So if I ever have a terminal illness, I want you to buy as many fucking boxes of cigarettes as you can buy, and I will smoke them until I die. I will be a chimney until I die. I told her that. If I have a terminal illness, please don't deny me that. Please, anything. And that tells you, if it tells you anything of people that are looking at this, that are afraid of it, that think what is going on, if you're looking at the mind of it. Till this day, I haven't smoked one in 8 or 10 years, but damn it, I would pick it up right now if I had the choice. I would smoke them right now if I had the choice. Go buy as many boxes of those as you can because I want them. I want every single box of them that you can find, and I want to smoke them until I die. And that's about as serious a statement as I can get. And just be real, because this is exactly how I feel. If you guys have any help that you can give people to stop smoking, if you have a family member or someone you want to stop smoking cigarettes, show them this video. Allow them to comment. Please, it's worth trying. Do everything you can to try to stop smoking cigarettes. It's something that is horrible for you. It is not good for you. And it's not just the chemicals that it puts inside your body, but the control factor and the time spent and the money you waste doing it is extremely expensive. I will leave the end video about my weight loss journey that I did take. And if you want to subscribe for more content, please subscribe down below. And for daily content, please follow my Instagram account. And y'all have a wonderful day.